Oh, I just really wanted to get through. Right, let's do this. So first of all, I just want to clear up everything. I'm not making this video to try and be angry at Spencer and the coaches for not putting me through the trial. I'm just going to be completely honest in everything that happened on the day. Hopefully that's fair enough, and for that I would hugely appreciate if you watch this entire video and hear everything I have to say. Having said that, let's get into the video. So the day started at 10 AM. I arrived about 15 minutes early because that's just who I am. Then we had to collect our bibs and numbers, etc. And when they took a photo of us with the number, I was actually so nervous that I was shaking with the number and I couldn't hold it still. I was that nervous because I wanted it so badly. I didn't want to let everyone down. I also want to point out this guy who's holding his number right now, he was a centre back and he was absolutely unreal. I can't vouch for people on the Saturday trials because I wasn't there, but he's my favourite to win. He was just so solid throughout the entire day. So then we had our talk from Spencer on what was happening throughout the entire day, and fair play to him, his presenting skills are actually really, really good. Just one take from the camera, bang, no mistakes, straight away, no mess up. I was actually really gutted to find out these Saturday trials had Scott Pollock watching them, which was a bit annoying, a bit of a letdown, but I wasn't just there just to meet Scott Pollock. Yeah, it's understandable because he's probably too busy to make consecutive days. Pause it at 04:24. Look who's there. Me, just listening. I was probably actually looking at Devs because I was looking at him just thinking, I just want to impress you today, because he's just one of those people that you just think, I want to impress you. Then the game started with small-sided games. I think there were 20 minutes, 10 minutes a half. Each team played 2 games and each player was subbed for one part of each game to make it fair. And on my team, the guys were all so nice. We're all wanting to succeed as a team. So I was looking forward to the game. And then this clip was in the second game against the Oranges. You might think I just got completely done then. But I didn't technically, because I knew I had my teammate right behind me on my right hand side. So if I show him down to my left, there's not really anywhere he can go. But he eventually got the shot off, but he didn't score. But it was actually in the first game where my brother got a little clip of me playing. I just went through a few players and just passed it simple. But annoyingly, my brother couldn't film everything. It was actually against the Oranges where I scored with my left foot, a nice finish. And I actually think the morning went pretty well because then they cut the players, about 10 people left, so I was pretty happy to make it through that. And if you're someone who's been watching my channel for a while, you know that in my Sunday League videos, I definitely work to a decent standard, let's say. So by the end of this morning, these 2 small-sided games, I was literally out of breath. I had ran so much. Abdul Mahmood was there on Sunday. It was really nice to see him and have a chat with him, and I'll mention him a bit later, but there I am in the background of the interview, still doing nothing in the video. Then they moved to 8-a-side, as Spencer just said, and very happy to make it through as they cut the players again. And our yellow team, we all made it through, so we're all very, very chuffed. 8-a-side, more space, definitely looking forward to it. And I wonder if they got my through ball. It was a very nice chip over the top of the whole team when we played the black team. Looking back on it now, I think maybe it just wasn't really my day. This is another clip my brother got from the stand where I go in for a challenge, and another day the ball comes out for me rather than the attacker. And that sort of sums up my day really, I guess. And on most days, if you've seen in my Sunday League videos, I'll be winning that challenge. The ball will then come to me in the 50-50 after the challenge. Another day, it happens for me. And then move from 8 to 11-a-side. Again, very happy to make it through that cut of players and hopefully to show what I can do in the 11-a-side game. Right, you might notice the lighting is a little different. I'm just re-recording this part of the reaction just because I missed a few bits when I did it yesterday. So these 11-a-side games were the final chance to prove yourself at the trial. And looking back at it, I do feel a little bit let down. Each team played 2 30-minute games and it's the second game, which I have a bit of an issue with, but we'll just do the first one now. So I started on the bench, but I wasn't really that bothered. I then came on halfway through, my favourite centre-mid position, and I thought I actually did really well in the 15 minutes I had. Goal line clearance and stopping 2 potential crosses from a left winger who actually made it through were 2 notable things I did in the first game. They both didn't make it in the video though. So we'll go over the clips my brother got from the stands instead. And to describe my footballing style, I'm not really a flair player who's going to take everyone on or do all that fancy flick stuff. I'm just someone who I think reads the game very well and is usually in the right place at the right time to clear it up, play a simple pass, but if the long pass is on, I'll play that too, but it wasn't really on that day. And remember, you don't always have to win the ball to stop the counter-attack. Like here, I knew the left back had it covered, so I made sure the winger had nowhere to go, and we stopped the counter-attack. Right, just editing this back, and I forgot to mention another thing. Mahmood, the guy, came back for the second time of the trial. I was screaming for the ball right here. You can see my arm out wanting the ball, and there's a yellow player ready to be passed to, and I was ready to thread that lethal through ball. Yeah, just more evidence that it just wasn't my day because I didn't get the ball played back to me. So after a fairly solid performance in the first game, let's go to the second one now. Being the final chance in the whole day to prove myself, I was so up for this. And then the coach told me, I'm playing at right back. And then I immediately questioned and went, sorry, I don't play right back, I play centre midfield. And he looked at his clipboard and went, oh yeah, sorry, that was my mistake. You'll start on the bench and come on as centre midfield. No word of a lie, that is what he said. And I was happy with that, sounded fair, just like the first game. And then halfway through the second game, I then got subbed on at right back, meaning I effectively just got lied to. Now some of you might be sat there thinking that's not really that bad of a problem. Let me just explain why this annoyed me a bit. I don't actually mind playing at right back. I genuinely think I'm a versatile player and I'll play anywhere the manager puts me. I'm being serious. But in a trial, when you're trying to prove yourself, you sort of want to be playing in your favourite position, and being played at full back where you're not really getting the ball, that's not ideal. Secondly, a few other players who didn't get through the trial had this same issue of being played out of position. So there is the argument to say there were too many players for you all to play in your favourite positions. But when I was on the bench, Spencer actually suggested that another yellow centre midfielder and a red defender swap teams. So they did that on the bench just before I came on so that I could play centre mid and then everyone gets the same game time. So it's fair. And then they subbed me on a right back. I'm just like, hang on, what is going on? But I went there anyway because I don't have a bad attitude. But anyway, let's go with my right back highlights. So clip number one, their winger, who was actually really, really fast, tries to take me on, and then the video is cut right there, just as I'm about to win the ball. But don't worry, my brother is to the rescue. He actually filmed this exact clip, so we'll now switch it over. You can see it's the same clip. The winger tries to take me on and then do a nice challenge, clean challenge to win the ball, regain possession. Happy with that. Clip number two, the same winger skips past a few players, does well, tries to go for 1-2, and the video is cut again, just as I was about to win the ball. These clips are just after each other, so you can imagine how annoying this is watching that. Again, my brother is there to the rescue. Not all heroes wear capes. So you can see it's the same clip. The winger skips past a few players. I do well to anticipate the ball, bring it out of defence. I then give it to the other centre mid who played both games and got through the trial. And I just wonder, had I gone through the trial, would those clips of me winning the ball been shown in the video? I don't know. Just something to note. Anyway, I'm not saying I would have definitely gone through had I played the same time in centre mid as everyone else. I just think it would have been fair to have been given the chance. Hopefully you agree with me, and that's not being salty. And then it was time for the results, and as Spencer was reading through the numbers, I was thinking there's about 10 players here who are definitely going through, and then they're going to take 2 keepers, so that gets it to 12. And then with 3 places left, there was a part of me that thought I could sneak through as one of those 3. But unfortunately it wasn't to be, and just wasn't my day. I didn't go through. But having done so much training, having devoted your whole life to this sport, being told right there, just, you're not good enough, that's not easy to take. And I just felt massively disappointed in myself. I felt I let everyone down. Yeah, it was not a good day for me. I don't think I spoke to anyone for like 24 hours.
Oh, I just really wanted to get through. The most annoying thing is most of the trialists, they had no clue about hashtag at all. I was talking to them all and they were like, oh yeah, we lied on our application, yeah, we've been watching hashtag for years. They just come from like proper academies, just for the trial. I suppose it's fair enough really.
But Spencer did say there was a possibility for Series 3, and this could be a blessing in disguise. I've already started training harder than ever for that series, as I genuinely did want it so badly, and I feel like I have unfinished business and I need to prove myself. Actually, there was this very intriguing clip actually towards the end from Devs. I'll let you listen to it.
My big worry when I'm faced with days like today is not necessarily the people that we've put through. I don't come away from today thinking, have we put the right people through? My thoughts are more about, is there anybody that we've missed? Is there anybody that should have gone through that we haven't taken through? It's not easy to take in everything you'd want to take in when, as you say, you've got about 90 players that you've got to see over the course of the day.
I'm not sitting here saying, yes, you missed me, I'm the one you let free, you made a mistake. No, I'm not saying that. Maybe I'm just not what they were looking for. It's just very interesting to hear Dev say that and acknowledge the fact that there are so many players that you can miss people. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really do wish the best of luck to all the other trialists. Some of them were ridiculously good. Shout out to all these people for retweeting my tweet. Please like if you did enjoy the video, subscribe if you are new, See you later.